At Morgan's, we know independence comes in all forms, even furry ones. In this Inclusion Unlimited segment, we introduce you to Canine Companions. It's an incredible nonprofit that for 50 years has been providing expertly trained service dogs valued at up to $40,000 each, completely free of charge. As studio intern Emma Siebold reports, they've matched nearly 8,000 dogs with people with disabilities, transforming lives through confidence, independence, and unconditional love.
Canine Companions is changing lives one service dog at a time. This organization trains dogs to help children, adults, and veterans with disabilities live more independently. And the best part? They're provided completely free of charge. Let's take a closer look at how these amazing dogs make a difference every single day. Joining me in the studio today is Ms. Kate Incremona, who is a program field representative here in the South region for Canine Companions. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kate.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Will you start by telling me a little bit about Canine Companions and the mission?
So Canine Companions is a nonprofit organization. We serve service dogs to adults, children, and veterans with disabilities, as well as facility dogs to professionals working in settings like healthcare, educational, or criminal justice settings. And we serve them completely free of charge, which is really cool.
That's amazing. And how does the application and the matching process work?
Oh my gosh, it's kind of my favorite piece of it. So the application process, our clients start applying for a service dog sometimes before the puppies are even born. So it's a really long, rigorous application where we kind of build a comprehensive profile of each individual, what they're looking for, what their needs are, what their lifestyle is like, so that when the time comes that they're ready to be matched with a service dog, we have a full understanding of what kind of dog they need. All the while, the dogs are being trained, raised, taught all of the skills that will help mitigate a disability or, work in that facility setting. And then when those dogs are ready to graduate, we kind of play matchmaker. So we'll pair what we know about this individual, whether that is an individual looking for a service dog or a professional looking for a facility dog, and we match that with the dogs that we have. And we're actually really pretty excellent at what we do. We have a 98% success rate, which is pretty awesome. I've gone through so many different phases in my career with Canine Companions. Something that I heard when I actually started and got hired on was that you come for the dogs. You start with Canine Companions because you love dogs and you end up staying for the people. And that surprised me because I graduated from college, was in love with dogs, wanted to train dogs. And I'll never forget, I think, my first team training class where I was instructing the clients how to utilize their dog that I had just spent 6 months training, and just the impact and the changes I saw in just those 2 weeks of training was pretty life-changing for me. I feel like it kind of put me on my path, and it has been an incredible experience ever since. Every single individual I work with has a different story, comes from a different background, has had their own struggles. It's given me so much perspective, and it's really just an incredible... I'm just grateful to be a part of their journey, just a small part of their journey, and to learn from them and to build these relationships that I wouldn't have been exposed to otherwise.
Well, thank you so much for coming to the studio, Kate.
Thank you so much for having me.
I headed out to talk to some of Canine Companions' clients and volunteer puppy raisers. Let's go see what this mission looks like in action.
Newbie. Up. Sit. Shake. Shake. The board.
So we found out about Canine Companions through Kinetic Kids Expo, where we met a service dog there with a recipient here locally in San Antonio. And Charlie just fell in love with the dog and fell in love with the idea of having a service dog.
Nobby. Great. Door? Yeah. Good boy. Nobby. Good.
Nobby performs physical tasks like pushing open doors, opening drawers, picking up clothes and shoes, and helping Charlie grab his crutches. But beyond that, he's Charlie's friend.
We've just noticed, and it was one of those things, so because Charlie has a physical disability, one of the things that we focused on for a service dog for Charlie were all those physical tasks that we thought the dog can help Charlie with, which he absolutely does. And one of the other unexpected things that Novi does for Charlie is when we're out in public, he offers approachability for Charlie. And so it offers Charlie an opportunity to engage with people outside of our house. So anytime he's out and about, he's a very social person, and Novi really offers that opportunity to engage with people. And so they get to learn about the dog, and they get to learn about Charlie, and then Charlie gets to make a new friend, and then, tell people about his disability.
Service dogs like Noble are raised by volunteer puppy raisers, a key part of the organization. Puppy raisers like Kim Monroe care for the dogs until they are ready for professional training.
Yeah, dad and girl, come on, keep going. Keep going. The thing that's amazing about raising a puppy is you get to do something for somebody else while you're falling in love with another little creature at the same time, right? And also, you get this amazing community of people who you never thought about. Funny surface it. All of us puppy raisers have the same mission, and so we can help each other while we're raising puppies. So if something's not right, or we're struggling with a skill, or the puppy is, come here, then it's nice to have that group of people around you to help you with that.
Kim started puppy raising in 2000 while working in a hospital and seeing the effects that service animals had on patients.
It gives people back their independence and their integrity, right? And their freedom. So watching those things was really powerful. Watching people who struggle in life with just different abilities and giving them a dog also creates this beautiful bridge of communication between people. And so I would see somebody who had a dog with a wheelchair, they had a chair, and they're in their chair and they have a dog, and people smile at them. People go, "Oh, hey, how old's your dog?" Or "Tell me about your dog." Where before, maybe they were a little afraid to engage with them. And I was like, that's amazing. And if I can raise a puppy to help enhance and make somebody else's life better, my life's great, right? So why would I not want the opportunity to do that? Okay. Good girls.
With a high demand for service dogs, Canine Companions also has a high need for puppy raisers like Kim. Puppy raisers train dogs one at a time for 18 months before the puppies graduate to a training facility. Volunteers are responsible for providing food, supplies, and veterinary care for their dogs, but they receive constant support and training tips from the organization.
I'm home, I work from home, so when I get a break, I kind of take a break with her, and maybe we'll do some training. We'll do some loose leash walking, right? Even up and down the hallway, or we'll go around the neighborhood, because it's a great, on the sidewalks, and just work on that as well. So it doesn't have to be like big chunks out of your day. Short 10 minutes, 15-minute sessions with puppies are great. So that's really nice.
At 11 months old, Boston has already become part of Kim's family. As a puppy raiser, she's often asked the same question: how do you return your dog after 18 months?
And I think that knowing your why am I doing this for them, to make their lives better, it's great. And letting them go is hard, okay? Giving them up is hard, but it's worth it. And you don't lose a puppy, I would say you gain family.
So much goes into making this organization possible, from representatives to clients to puppy raisers to the service dogs themselves. Thank you so much for joining us on Inclusion Unlimited. Remember to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.